Time travel is one of the most interesting, most useful features of Delta tables and the Delta Lake, and I would like to show you guys how it works. So basically, it is a feature of Delta tables that allows you to look at different versions of that Delta table. So let's say, as an example problem, I'm going to read in this CSV file here into a path managed by Databricks, and then I'm going to look at what happens if I repeatedly read in the same data set in append mode. You should be able to see a progression of increasing record count, and I'm going to show how you can alternate back and forth between these different versions. So let's see. The first two cells here just initialize things. So this is the first real cell. I'm gonna read in the file. It's the CSV file, right? This is the CSV file. I'm reading in, and if I run this, did it run it? It didn't run it. Let's see. Now it's running it. Then each of these loads, I'm doing it in append mode, will add 1,113 records to the Delta table. So the first run, and so if I check history now, I ran it a couple of times. So I ran it previously, so I had 8 versions. Now I will have 9 versions. So I have 9 versions, and then I want to look at version 1. So what was the record count in version 1? I can do that, right? Delta tables, that's the whole point. It allows me to look at old versions. It's kind of like Git. You can go back to an old version. And I had 1,113. That's what's in a batch. Like each appends that many records. And version 9 has more than that, because I had a couple of additions. So it has 5,500 records, 5565, right? So one thing in connection with this, so this is kind of how you can go back and forth between versions. But one thing I would like to say, there's a command called vacuum. So many people, when they hear vacuum or they read the documentation, they think, well, this is going to clean up old versions. No, that's not what it does. Vacuum cleans up old files you don't think you're going to use. So let's say you're running this Delta table for a very, very long time, and you have a bunch of versions that you know that you won't need a very old version. What you can do is you can vacuum with a retention period. So this is the hours of retention hours. If you vacuum underneath 7 days, it will not let you do it. So you actually have to set this flag. So because what vacuuming does, it cleans up data files, old data files, not the versions. So if you try to access a version that needs that data file, you will cause a problem because it will not find its data files. So I want to show what happens if I vacuum with a short 1 hour retention period. Let's see. And the point I'm trying to illustrate here, it will do nothing to the versions, because vacuuming is a different thing. It has to do with just cleaning up data, so it won't clutter your file system. It won't take up room. Okay, so now that we vacuumed, I'm gonna ask for version 1 again, and let's see if it can show me version 1 again. It can. So despite the fact that I vacuumed with a short retention period, it can still find version 1. Again, the point is, vacuuming will not get rid of the version. So that's kind of all there is to it. Time travel sounds fancy. It's extremely useful. It's an extremely useful feature of the Delta tables. And this is how simple it is. It's very simple to use it. Thank you for listening, and if you find this content useful, please comment, let me know what you think, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.